So we are going to start here. This is the last part of the unit. We can say vector integration. Just like vector differentiation, we are given a vector function that is a r bar equal to f bar of t, that position vector r bar, and with respect to that r bar, we calculate means actually curl and divergence. And one more article that we have is a gradient. So that three important articles we have from the vector differentiation. Now in vector integration, again we have three important articles. One is started with, we are going to start with work done. Okay, work done for moving a particle. Then we have Stokes theorem. The particular case of Stokes is a Green's theorem, and lastly Gauss divergence theorem. So that about three articles we left here. So let me see the first article today here. So the first article from vector integration is a work done. Okay. To understand this article, let I draw one diagram. Let us assume that some particle is moving on this curve. Okay, we have the curve C. Particles start moving from the point A and it will reach to the point B. Okay, and this r bar is a position vector. R bar r bar is a position vector of that moving particle. This is the position of a particle at any instant t. So r bar is obviously the function of t there. Okay. Then the work done to move the particle from point A to the point B is given by this line integral, the line integral f bar dot dr bar, where f bar is the force under which that particle is moving on this curve. Okay, so f bar is some force by which it is moving on that curve, and dr bar is a tangent vector. This is the dr bar vector. Dr bar is a vector along the tangent there. So that's what. So dot product of f bar dot dr bar over that curve C. So let me say from point A to the point B. If we integrate, so we can say this is the work done to move the particle from point A to the point B, f bar dot dr bar. So f bar, suppose that f bar vector, force vector is f1i plus f2j plus f3k. And then dr bar vector is a dxi plus dyj plus dzk. So the formula will become, the formula that you have to remember is this one. Work done is equal to integral f1 dx plus f2 dy plus f3 dz. Now, this already we said this f1, f2, f3 are the components of the vector f bar. So f1 can be the function of xyz, f2 also the function of xyz, and f3 can be a function of xyz. So suppose f1 is like x square y dx. f1 is x square y dx. How to integrate? We cannot assume that y as a constant. We cannot assume y as a constant. So generally, we have to convert all xyz or that integrand we have to convert in terms of a parameter. So we require a parametric equation of some standard curves. We already discussed about it. I'm going to ask you now few parametric equation. Let me see how many of you can give the answer. Before that, yes, whenever the integral of f bar dot dr bar is a 0 over the closed curve C, so generally the closed curve is denoted like this also, integration, and the circle is drawn on that integration. So whenever the sign comes like this, integration f bar dot dr bar, that indicates whatever the curve C is there, this curve C is a closed curve. This circle indicates C is a closed curve there. Okay. So whenever the dot product of f bar and dr bar over the closed curve C is a 0, we can say total work done is a 0, and it indicates the force is a conservative force. The force F is a irrotational field. Okay, so this is another definition we can say. This is another definition for conservative or irrotational field. Can you tell me the first definition? How we proved the F bar is conservative in differentiation? Yes. What is the definition of a conservative field in vector differentiation?
So the formula for the work done is f dot ds, and if we consider ds, which is equal to the displacement, final position from initial position, it will come 0 because from the same point it started, it came to the same point.
Okay, so okay, I'm that is okay, but I'm asking another question. We already proved f bar is a conservative in vector differentiation. What is the formula we use to prove f bar is a conservative vector field there?
Sir, curl F is 0.
Correct. So this is a del cross F bar, mainly del cross F bar vector, that is curl F bar is a 0 vector. Then F bar is conservative. Right now you have another definition, say work done is a 0, then also it is a conservative field. So both way you can say the force is a conservative. So you have choice now. Whenever in the exam the question comes, show that F bar is a conservative. The simplest is obviously this one. You have to prove curl F bar is a 0. If you don't want to go to that way, you can select one closed curve, and on the closed curve you can prove the work done over that closed curve is a 0, hence F bar is a conservative. So this is alternative way to prove the force is a conservative there. All whatever this integral we have f bar dot dr bar on the curve C, this is known as a line integral. This is a line integral of the function f bar over the curve C. So we are integrating that function only on the curve, over the curve. Okay. So all line integrals we are integrating in a parametric form. So let me come to the parametric equation. First of all, these are some equations that you have in a Cartesian form. So can anyone tell me what is the parametric equation for this circle? X square plus y square equal to a square. This is the Cartesian form. I want its parametric equation. Yes. Quick. What is the parametric equation of a circle? X square plus y square equal to a square.
A square cos square theta plus a square sin square theta.
No, I want x and y in terms of parameter. Na? What is x?
Cos t by equals to sin t.
Okay, so he given the answer that, but you should tell me the correctly. So for circle,
A cos t.
yes, a cos t. You can take x
Y
equal to
a sin.
Yeah, good. Y equal to a sin t. This is one of the standard parametric form for a circle. For circle, generally we use x equal to a cos theta, y equal to a sin theta. So you can use either t or theta. Both are the parameters. So you can select any parameter there. So yes, this is the for circle. Yes, they are correct for this circle. Now I want for ellipse. What will be for ellipse here? This
So
one.
x equal to a cos theta and y equal to b sin t.
Yes, x is a
A
cos
cos
theta,
t, b sin t.
b sin theta. Okay, good. That's correct.
B
So
sin theta.
x is a cos theta, y is a b sin theta. Suppose you select theta as a parameter, throughout use theta only. Okay, if t is a parameter, throughout use t as there. Okay, that's one. For parabola, can you tell me what should be the parametric equation of this parabola? Y square equal to 4x. Yes, what is the parametric equation for the parabola? This one.
Sir, x equal to 80 square and y equal to 280.
X equal to 80 square, y is a 280. Okay, so that may be, but the simplest way also I will tell you. So if you take simply x equal to t, x equal to t, so y square is becomes 480, so y becomes root of 480. So this is also the parametric form. Okay, no need to remember no need to by heart anything. Just replace x by t, y becomes root of 480. Okay, plus or minus root 480 you can write it more particular if you want. Okay, plus or minus root, or you can take y equal to t, y is equal to t. Oh, I'm saying this one. This is a better actually. Y is equal to t, and then x becomes t square upon 4a. Are you getting? So this is the better actually. Y is t, x is t square by 4a. So that's a parametric form for this parabola. And what for the straight line now? This one. So obviously you can take x as a t and y is a 2t. Is that? For 2x equal to y, the parametric form is here. X is t, y is 2t. X is t, y is 2t. You may think, yes, why these parametric forms? But remember, this parametric form plays a very important role now in evaluating the line integral. Okay, because
Sir, your voice is lagging.
yes, internet issue. Okay, let I show you all parametric equation. So you will observe now all standard parametric equations written. So this is generally the standard one. X equal to a cos theta, y is a sin theta, that's for circle. For ellipse, x is a cos theta and y is a b sin theta, that's for ellipse because the denominators are a and b. So here I put y equal to t and x is t square by a. This is for a parabola. So x is t, y is 2t, that is for straight line. So that about the parametric equations. Okay. So now come to the example. So question number 1. Here the question is find the work done in moving a particle once around the ellipse. So the meaning of this is one rotation on ellipse. Okay. Under the field of a force, vector force here you are given. So under the force F bar, so this F bar is here. So F bar is given, equation of curve is given. This is the equation of curve, and our aim is to find out the work done. So start with the formula. The formula says work done is integration F bar dot dr bar on the curve C. Work done is integration F bar dot dr bar on the curve C. So this
lagging.
Yes, I know.
It's lagging.
So you will find here
Not audible, sir.
yes, I am not talking at all. Now it is okay. Is it okay?
Recording in progress.
Okay, I hope now it is clear because I shifted to the mobile net now. So you'll observe the equation that we have is find work done in moving a particle once around the ellipse. So there is one rotation on ellipse. This is the equation of curve we are given. Z equal to 0, it indicates our curve is in xy plane. Under the force F bar, so this is the vector force F bar given, and the question is it is a conservative field. So that is the second part. So step number 1, we should find a work done. Okay, we should find a work done. So what is the formula here? What's the formula? The formula for work done is equal to integration F bar dot dr bar. Yes, Asif, correct. So work done is integral F bar dot dr bar on the curve C, and the formula is F1 dx plus F2 dy plus F3 dz. So this is F1i plus F2j plus F3k. So just we replace the value of F1, F2 and F3 from the vector field F bar. So it is integration F1 dx plus F2 dy plus F3 dz over the curve C. Now remember, we cannot integrate by assuming other as a constant, okay, because this is not that shortcut formula for getting a scalar function there. So here we have to integrate f1 dx with respect to x only. So y and z are not like a constant. So the way to integrate is only now a parametric form. So we are going to replace all xyz in a parameter form. And which parameter we have to use? We have to use a parametric form of that curve C. So what is the curve C we are given? It's an ellipse. So for this ellipse, what should be a parametric equation? The
X we can take 5 cos theta and Y we can take 4 sin theta.
4 sine theta. Okay, good. So this is the equation of ellipse we are given x square upon 25 plus y square upon 16 equal to 1, and z is a 0, indicates the ellipse is in xy plane. So x is a 5 cos theta, y is 4 sine theta, and z is a 0 as it is. That is a parametric equation of the given curve C. And if x is 5 cos theta, take a total derivative on both sides. The dx will become minus 5 sine theta d theta. dy becomes 4 cos theta d theta, and dz becomes a 0. As z is a 0, dz is a 0. What we are going to do it, we are going to replace the values of x, y, z and dx, dy, dz in this integral now, in the integral. So integral will convert from x, y, z to theta only. But can you tell me the limits for theta now? What will be the limit for theta? Because, yes.
Sir, 0 to 2 pi because
Yeah.
it's saying it's one rotation.
Correct. Very good. Nice. So this is the important key here. It is a one round on the ellipse, on rotation on an ellipse. So if you have to rotate one on ellipse, that parameter theta should vary from 0 to 2 pi only. So it is a 0 to 2 pi. So the next step, the replacement, we are replaced, the limits is given 0 to 2 pi now. The theta will vary from 0 to 2 pi. The value of x is a 5 cos theta, so 5 into 2 is a 10 cos theta. Similarly, it is minus 4 sine theta. Z is a 0. The value of a dx is minus 5 sine theta d theta. This is the value of dx. Plus, now this is the value of xy, sorry, x plus y. This is x plus y. Z square is a 0. The value of a dy is a 4 cos theta d theta. Now there is no need to write the last term. The reason is a dz is a 0. As dz is a 0, 0 into anything, that's a 0. So only the first two terms were written, f1 dx plus f2 dy only. f3 dz is 0 because dz is a 0 there. Now only thing is left, that integration of this part. Our aim is to integrate. So we can simplify. Take a d theta common and let me simplify this. So the next step will become like this. You will observe 10 into minus 5 is a minus 50 sine theta cos theta. Then this is a 6 plus 20 sine square theta. Then here 20 cos square theta and 16 sine theta cos theta. So if first and last term, if we simplify, it becomes minus 34 sine theta cos theta plus sine square plus cos square is 1. So it is a 20 d theta. Now here is one important property, very important property that we are using number of times when we integrate. Let I tell you that property. To integrate this part, actually we have to integrate. So in this case it is okay, but this one, there is one important property, integration 0 to 2 pi sine raised to m theta into cos raised to n theta d theta is a 0. Can anyone tell me when it is a 0? If m or n is odd. Okay, if either sine or cosine power is odd, at least one power, okay, both odd, that is also okay. But if power of sine and cosine is odd and we are integrating on the range 0 to 2 pi, the value of integral is always 0. This integral becomes, value of this integral becomes 4 times 0 to pi by 2, 4 times 0 to pi by 2, sine raised to m theta into cos raised to n theta d theta, that provided both m and n, this is provided both m and even. If both m and n are even, then only it becomes 4 times, and then we get a non-zero value. But if it is a at least one power is odd, then integration 0 to 2 pi is a 0. And to integrate this 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to m cos raised to n, which formula you can use it? Tell me. If it is become 4 times, that time which formula you can use?
Wallis.
Yes, very good. Wallis formula is the simplest, or you can use a beta function also. Okay, so that you learned in the last time. So right now, just you focus here. When you simplify, this become minus 34 sine theta cos theta and 20. So you will observe integration 0 to 2 pi is there, and sine raised to 1, cos raised to 1. That odd power is there. So no need to evaluate. Directly you can say the integration of this term is a 0. No need to evaluate it at all. because we use a property 0 to 2 pi sine and cos have the odd power, 0 answer. Otherwise, yes, you can convert in sine 2 theta, then integrate it, put upper limit, lower limit, the answer will come 0 only. So this 20 is a constant as it is, integral of d theta is a theta, 0 to 2 pi, the answer is a 40 pi. So at the end we can say work done to move the particle once around this ellipse is a 40 pi. Work done to move the particle once around the ellipse is a 40 pi. Now can you tell me whether this vector field is conservative or not? Is it a conservative field? Is the vector field conservative or not? Yes, Rishang is correct. You say no, that's not conservative, correct? Because work done is not zero. Whenever integral f bar dot dr bar over the closed curve C is a zero, then conservative. But in this case, as we can say, integration f bar dot dr bar on the ellipse is a closed curve, is not zero, not conservative. The function, the vector field f bar is not conservative. That you should write at the end. So if you have the doubt, yes, you can ask. Any doubt in the first question here? No doubt. Okay, so come to the next question then. Now the question is exactly same question. Actually, this you can take as a self-study also. We have to find a work done once around the ellipse, again ellipse, and f bar is given. So exactly same question. Okay, only the ellipse is changed and f bar is changed. Okay, so we'll start with the calculation. If that calculation is given, it's okay. Otherwise, you do it like a self-study. Okay, the answer is here. So you'll observe the parametric equation for this ellipse is x is 4 cos theta, y is 3 sin theta, x is 4 cos theta, y is 3 sin theta, z0. So value of dx is minus 4 sin theta d theta, dy is 3 cos theta d theta, z is a 0. Work done is integration f bar dot dr bar. Integration 0 to 2 pi will be the limits for one rotation on ellipse. The values of this is f1 dx plus f2 dy plus f3 dz, where the xyz and dx dy dz replace in the theta. Simplified value comes like this. It is a 24 d theta, and the answer you will get as a 48 pi. Okay, it's a 48 pi. Exactly similar one. You can do it your own also. Try it. Okay, you can try it. We'll come to know. Actually, integration of this term is a 0. Integration of this term is 0 on the limit 0 to 2 pi, because power is odd, and integration of this term is also 0 because 27 sin theta cos theta is there. Okay, this is 27 sin theta cos theta is there. Power is odd, so integration is 0. Power is odd, integration is 0. That way. Okay. So it is exactly same question. So you can do it your own also. Question number 3. Can you tell me step number 1? Or to find out the work done in moving a particle along this curve. Now what is the equation of curve? The equation of curve we are given in a parametric form already. Okay, so there is no need to find out parametric equation of curve again. Already we gave an x, y, z in theta only. And we have to find work done from pi by 4 to pi by 2 also. Okay, that is also given. The limits of integration given. And vector f bar is given. So everything is a given, just calculation we have to do it. So if you observe the first thing, x is a cos theta, y is a sin theta, z is b theta. So dx becomes minus a sin theta d theta, dy becomes a cos theta d theta, and dz becomes b into d theta. Okay, that is a step 1. Step 1 we find out dx dy dz. Now the formula says that integral f bar dot dr bar. This is f1 dx plus f2 dy plus f3 dz. Okay, and what about the limits? Okay, before that, yes, it is a little bit simplified. Limit is pi by 4 to pi by 2. It's pi by 4 to pi by 2. But if you see a simplification, when you take f1 into dx, if you multiply it, it comes 3a square sine cube theta cos theta d theta. This comes 2a square sine theta cos theta minus 3a square sine cube theta cos theta and b square sine 2 theta. And you will observe this first integral will cancel with this integral because they have equal and opposite sign. Integrand is same. Here it is a minus and that is a plus. So we left with only these two integrals. We have to evaluate only. But this 2 sine theta cos theta, that is also sine 2 theta. So integral a square sine 2 theta plus integral b square sine 2 theta. So sine 2 theta can be a common. So next step, you'll observe. Okay, I will write it here instead. Instead, I will write what integral we left. So work done. The terms that we left is work done. Integral a square plus b square sine 2 theta d theta, or sine theta cos theta d theta, and limits are pi by 4 to pi by 2. Can we write the integration of sine theta cos theta as a 0 here? Integral of sine theta into cos theta is a 0. Is it correct? Yes or no?
Limit not same.
Yes, very good. So this is a silly mistake that few of the students actually doing. They generally see the integration of sine theta and cos theta directly they write 0. It's not 0 now because limit is not 0 to 2 pi. If the range is 0 to 2 pi, then only this integral is a 0. So right now 2 sine theta cos theta written as a sine 2 theta. It's taken common and we're left with a square plus b square. And last step is here, a square plus b square is a constant as it is. Integral of sine 2 theta is a minus cos 2 theta upon 2. Is it upon 2? Yeah. And it is a pi by 4 to pi by 2. Now when we put upper limit, can you tell me? Can you tell me what will be the value? If you put pi by 2, 2 gets cancelled. What is the cos pi?
-1.
So I will write minus minus plus half. Okay. Lower limit pi by 4 I will replace. That is cos pi by 2.
0, sir.
0. So final answer is a square plus b square upon 2. So work done. To move the particle along this curve, along this parametric curve from pi by 4 to pi by 2 under this force F bar is a square plus b square upon 2. So that is the answer. A square plus b square upon 2. Any doubt? Anyone? Important thing you should remember, line integral we are doing in a parametric form. That is a simple trick. Okay. Important thing, all line integrals we do it in a parametric form. That means we have to convert the integral in a single variable. It should be single variable. So we cannot integrate in f1 dx, that f1 is in xyz, and then dx we cannot integrate directly. We have to convert in a parametric form there. Okay, so here already one part of the solution is given for this question. Let me take fourth example here. Fourth example is find a work done. Okay, Asif is asking the question for previous example. If the limit is 0 to 2 pi, na? Yes, that will change then. So answer will change. So if theta is 0 to 2 pi, then work done will be 0 and it will be conservative. Yes, correct, Asif. For previous example, instead of pi by 4 to pi by 2, if the limits are 0 to 2 pi, as limits are 0 to 2 pi, you will observe that sine theta into cos theta is there, and so odd power, the integration is 0 there. Correct. Okay, come to the question 4. Now we are finding the work done under the for moving particle under the force F bar is given. This F bar we are given is in xy plane only. You will observe k component is not there. F1i plus F2j only. F1i plus F2j. In a xy plane, from 0, 0 to 1, 1 along a parabola y square equal to x. And then one more question, is the work done different if path is a straight line? So we have to find out work done for curve C1 and work done for curve C2. So let me find out for curve C1. So for curve C1, y square equal to x. Y square is equal to x. We can put y equal to t y is equal to t, x is t square. Y is t, x is t square. So dy is a dt, dx is 2t dt. Is it visible? Is it visible whatever written there? Y is
Yes,
t.
sir, visible.
Pardon?
Sir, it's visible.
Yes, visible. Good. So these values we have then, and we can use these values. We can use these values in work done formula. Work done is F1 dx plus F2 dy. Okay. So F1 is here. F2 have the minus sign, so it is taken as it is there. Minus 2xy plus y dy. Now this xy values we replace there. Everything we replace, simplify, and you will observe algebraic integration we have to do it, and we get the work done as a minus 2 by 3. So minus 2 by 3 is the work done for parabola. When the particle actually, if I draw a graph, tell me y square equal to x is the parabola which is symmetric about which axis?
X-axis.
Yes, y square indicates symmetry is about x-axis, correct? So the first path is a parabola, that is y square equal to x. Another path is a straight line which is y equal to x. So this is y equal to x. So this is a curve and it is moving from this point 0 0 to 1 1. Now important thing, yes, this is moving from point A to the point B, we can say, that is a 0 0 to 1 1. You will observe when how to given the limits for t there. That is the important thing again. The limits of t are 0 to 1 because what is the value of y? Y is a t. Y is equal to t is there. And you will observe when y is varying from 0 to 1, y is varying from 0 to 1 because limits were given 0 0 to 1 1. 0 0 to 1 1, it indicates y varies from 0 to 1. So this indicates t also. T also vary from 0 to 1. So that way you can get the limits for parameter t there. Okay. Now for curve C2, for the curve C2 which is y is equal to x, y is equal to x, say x is t, y is t, x is t, then y is t, then dx is dt, and dy is dt. Hence work done. Therefore that work done will become integral f1 dx. So here is f1 dx plus f2 dy. So just to replace the values of, so this will become t square minus t square. There is a t square minus t square plus t dt. So this is f1 dx minus f2. F2 is a minus. This is a 2t square plus t dt. And limits of t is again 0 to 1 because x is equal to y and x varying from 0 to 1 and that x is equal to t also, so that is 0 to 1, so limit will not change. So it's a 0 to 1, we'll continue it. This t square minus t square gets cancelled. This is plus t and this is again minus t, so this t and this t also gets cancelled. We left with only minus 2t square, so minus 2t square dt. So minus 2 is a constant outside, it is a t cube by 3. Limits are 0 to 1, so the answer is a minus 2 by 3. So in this case also we get the same work done. So what it indicates, in the first case on the curve C1, the work done from A to B is minus 2 by 3, and if we go along this path then also work done is minus 2 by 3. What it indicates? Yes, anyone? What it indicates?
So for two specific point, whether you follow any of the path, the work done will be same.
It's not always. There is certain condition on it. Work done is independent
So
of.
work is done in negative direction.
No, I will tell you. Work done in this case is independent of a path. You can take any path from point A to the point B, then also you'll get the answer minus 2 by 3. The reason is F bar is a conservative force. Again, that same condition. Okay, so when we say F bar is a conservative force, the first one, del cross F bar is a 0. Second one, if work done over closed path is a 0. And third one, if work done is independent of path. Actually, that closed path and this is the same property because this side from A to B work done is a minus 2 by 3. If we move from B to A, it becomes plus 2 by 3. Are you getting? This is from A to B is a minus 2 by 3. This side is a minus 2 by 3. And if you go in a reverse way, this side, this is plus 2 by 3. And net work done will be 0. And that is work done over a closed path is a 0 then. So that same property, closed path and independent of path are similar or the same there. Okay. So in this case, you just have to mention the work done is independent of path. Therefore, F bar is a conservative force. That is the interpretation actually. Yes, Asif, I think he written that. Yes, correct. It is a conservative force, correct. Any doubt, anyone? Probably this one is the last example. Okay,